Hi, today I forgot what it was today. Uh, anyhow, this video is basically for myself, but I know that when I say things are for myself, I'm not saying it's just for me, because if that was the case, I wouldn't be making this video. And I believe that everything that is good that comes from me or anybody else, it came from the Creator, because we are filthy rags and we're just vessels, so we can't produce anything good without Him. So, um, yeah, I got up today and well, I told you I had the dreams a couple of days ago about, like, I had this crazy dream. I was in this house and it was like three big black men, and they were coming. First we were outside and they was talking, and they had, like, was trying to intimidate me, but I said something. It wasn't cuss words, but it said something with high authority. That's all I know, was something with high authority, because they backed off. They was upset and they walked away, and they got up in this car. So fast forward, I ended up being in this house, and I'm sitting there talking to this guy who's supposed to be. I had some kind of relation to him, like not like a sexual relationship, but we had some kind of bond because we were in his house, and I knew, like, we were supposed to be friends. But he was all in the back, and he was going really, really slow, and sitting down. So I'm sitting over there talking. Next thing you know, through the door is cracked in the house. I don't know why it was cracked, and it was like this shed kind of house. It wasn't like a nice house. It was a shed house. Like, it was fresh wood. It was like new. And these three men started coming again, and I was like, no, no, no. And I was standing there, like, pushing the door, and the arms were going like this. And then they all came together, and the arms were, it was like three arms, but it was almost like one big man. Like, they all came together like one big man. But they still had the 3 feet, like, separate, the three sets of feet. So it was like 6 feet on the ground, but then you can see. But they couldn't get they couldn't get the body out of the through the door. They only could get their arms. And I was pressing, I was, no, no, no. It's like that. So I'm asking, as I'm screaming, the person that's supposed to be my friend, they're going really slow to, like, help me. And I'm like, hey, help. And so who's Armageddon? What is it? When did it come? Hello. Okay, hi. Um, yeah, so I get up and I wake up and I pray, and I'm like, okay, so I know for sure God is telling me that whatever I just overcame is trying to come back. It's trying to make a threshold. It's trying to put stopping me. It's like it's coming back for me. I kicked it out. I kept my house clean. I've been trying to do the right thing, stay celibate. Do right things of God, and, like, okay, go ahead and go. Next thing I know, I have this other dream. This other dream was like, um, how was this dream? It was crazy. I just got a brain fart. It's so crazy. Um, I know that's even is trying to go. But anyhow, I just felt like when I woke up, I was just like, something told me just to pray, because its attacks were coming again. And it was like, people that I hadn't heard from, all of a sudden they're coming around. I had been calling them for like months, some of them years. Then all of a sudden I stopped calling them for like about a year, and then they just come back, hey, like nothing is new. And I had to look at it, and I was happy that they came, but then I was like, wait a minute, why did I do that? Why did I put myself, like, why did I answer? They didn't answer for me like a year ago, or when I was going through this hard time. They didn't want to have anything to do with me, going through the struggle, like, what, and they don't know that that I'm doing well. They just haven't heard from me in a minute, you know. So I had to think about what state I was in. And then I fell back asleep again, because I was being disobedient, and I didn't really pray. I just stayed in my bed and was like, God, whatever came in, I counsel it. And so I was like, I went back to sleep. I woke back up because I was startled, and it was like, pray. And it was like the same thing going over and over. It was almost sending me back in a circle. That's what it was. I was in this car. I was getting sent back in a whole circle. And I was like, I got up and I prayed. But then after that, I wrote down what I accomplished and how was I going. And it felt like every time I stepped back from something, or like me serving, I had stepped back for a little bit, but every time I did that, I was going back in a circle. Like, God was not letting me, like, um, let the passion go. Like, I was just like, well, maybe I'm not supposed to serve if people aren't listening to me. I know God told me I'm supposed to do this shelter and serve, and work at this shelter and serve, and he told me some other stuff about me owning a shelter, and this is supposed to be through my mom, you know And soon as I started giving up, everything started getting calm, and I was like, okay, well, cool. I need that peace. But then it was something ruptured, and like it was like rupturing inside of me, like a volcano, telling me to like get up, do this. Like I couldn't go to sleep without doing it, and everything else that I tried to put off and do instead of what God inside of me told me to do, I felt like I was dead. Like the only thing that energized me was doing what God told me to do, which was serve. So that's why I went back in there, even though I was attacked a lot, physically, verbally, spiritually, you know. I had to get up and just do it. So the topic, I don't want to stay on too long, but the topic, the thing that I wanted to bring was stop running. Your problems, inside of your problems are the solutions. Every time I had something that that I needed to do, or something like some kind of problem or anything, my solution was always in that problem. I remember when I went to college and I didn't have enough money to finish, and the chancellor that told me, what happened. I don't know when will it come. Hi. So he told me that he had this opening. He knew this friend who can give me a job, and it ended up being a flight job. And I was like, I need to pay for school, and that's my whole reason for getting a job. But little did I know that, and I was supposed to be going for a gate agent, but little did I know God had something different for me. He wanted me to travel the world and see other things, So, and I came back to it, to education, but, you never know what may turn. So you need to just stop running. Even during this time when I was going through what I was going through with my ex, he was really, really sweet at the beginning, but I saw spiritually what was going on with him, and he really did tear me up because we weren't like-minded. I don't want to say that, he had some evilness inside. He had some things he needed to work on. However, through that and through my misery, I left, and I ended up being in a horrible situation. But through that, I ended up finding out what I was supposed to do, what I was designed to do on this earth, and nothing else. I still had to do what I was called to do. Basically that. Just stop running. Stop running from whatever it is that you need to do. No matter if the winds blow, no matter if people hate you, no matter if people say bad things about you, throw curses on you, hexes, voodoo, I don't really care. I don't even care anymore, because if that was the case and it was that powerful, I would have been dead by now. But you see, I'm not. I'm still in the land of the living. I'm still serving. I'm still helping. That's just a part of life. And when you go higher, you're going to have higher levels. And God might be promoting you. Like God is, and I can see that. God is promoting me. He's making me stand up against things that I would have never been able to do that. And I had to learn that through my troubles. So I'm learning to stop running from the problems that seem so overwhelming. I stopped running. So hopefully that gets to you. Whoever is on my channel, thank you for tuning in. Whether you like it or not, thank you. Your time is appreciated. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey, and stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. And on top of that, remember, sometimes you need to stop running and face it head on. When you deal with stuff like that, and me, I'm dealing with, the Jezebel kingdom, that's a principality. You can't play with it. You have to face it head on. So, yeah. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Thank you.